You're so much better than my boyfriend. Hell yeah, what? Duck. What's the strangest thing someone said to you during sex? What do you know, it's my favorite bro, back to watch another story time with the boys. So good to see you, my man. Join the fam by subscribing and liking the video so you don't miss any more sick stories from your boy Andrew. If you join the fam, you'll get access to our browser's account. No more lollygagging, let's get into the stories. Don't worry, I'm already pregnant. My dad has a camera up there, points above armor, but I don't think he has it on right now. One and done. Just come inside me. I'll get an abortion. Like in a dirty talk voice, repeatedly. As pro-choice as I am, I learned that I'm not really into talking about abortions during sex. Finish quick, I need to break up with you, and the reason she broke up with me, she had been cheating on me and preferred the other guy. Boyfriend and I only relayed messages in SpongeBob quotes. Best sex ever. 10 out of 10. Plus whenever I say you like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? He immediately gets a boner. I said, dude, that's amazing, while getting a blowjob from this chick one time. Then I started laughing because I say dude so much that I just said it to a girl sucking my dick. Then she stopped and was like, why the duck are you laughing? Second time I ever met this girl, invited her to a party I was hosting, and she lived far enough away where it was heavily implied she would be staying over. In the middle of sex she stopped me to ask, so where is this relationship going? As some of Reddit already knows, the fact that I missed the opportunity to say down before disappearing under the sheets still haunts me to this day. Sucked the tip of my dick, smacked her lips a few times, and said I'll have the bottle please, before going to town on it. Edit. For those asking, we broke up last year sadly. She once also pretended to shoot a bow and arrow when she was on top and said she felt like Legolas, sex has never been so fun. This happened with my ex. Just having casual drunk sex, she likes to talk dirty when she's drunk, but I have no idea how to do it back. So we're in missionary position, and she's there saying a bunch of stuff and I'm just doing my thing listening when she says say something dirty. I instantly stopped, looked her right in the eye and said, trash can. Get the duck off me. Gets up and walks to the bathroom. Now I'm standing there dick hard still trying to figure out why the duck I said that. You can stick it in my ass if you want. I don't like it, but my ex did. Girl was a bit off. For the record, I did not. The remark threw me off, and I was close to finishing anyway. Edit. For those saying she was really into me, ended up she was on some pills the very brief time we dated, 3 dates. And found out her ex was abusive, so it was more of a survival instinct thing and not real feelings, that's my guess. So she probably wasn't in her right mind. Not so much weird, but she scared the crap out of me for a second. She yelled say my name whilst we were boinking in the back on my old smelly 92 Corolla. I couldn't remember her name to save my life. She was luckily wearing one of those gold necklaces with her name on it written in cursive. Eleanor, you're a classy chick. The other was a girl who said, your brother got deeper than that. I had no freaking clue she even knew I had a brother, let alone had smashed uglies with him. Me and my brother are best mates, I immediately reported that one back to him. Was traveling in Japan and met a really cute Japanese guy. After hanging out for a week we hooked up one night. He had told me he'd never been with a non-Japanese girl before anyway. We both got naked and started fooling around when he suddenly stopped. He looked at me innocently and then asked, why do you have dark pubes when your hair is blonde? I just burst out laughing and said that I'd never even thought of that. Good times. Edit. My most upvoted comment on Reddit is about the color of my pubes. Stay ducking classy girl lol. I was hooking up with a close friend of mine for the first time at a Halloween party. We were pretty drunk, and it was super fun, but he started singing. Quietly at first, but then louder and louder until he's kind of yell singing BYYYYE by MS. American Pie drove my Chevy to the levee. Like, that song wasn't playing anywhere, no idea why that was the song he picked, and he pretty much kept singing until he came. I kinda just went with it. It was the only time we ever hooked up, so I never got to find out if he always did that or if it was a one-time thing. I still randomly think about it and laugh though. Ms. American Pie, so random. Mostly normal crap all around except every time she had an orgasm she would yell out some weird question. Couple I remember. What is your dad's middle name? What is your mom's maiden name? What time were you born? Stuff like that. I actually stopped doing what I was doing, usually going down on her, long enough to answer the first few times. Then I found out soon that she had no recollection of asking me this crap and was wondering why I would stop and say some random crap like George or 8 p.m. I think I miss her boobs. I was about to have sex for the first time ever with my high school girlfriend, and it was her first time as well, and as soon as I put it in she screamed, "I want to ducking kill myself." It ruined the mood pretty quickly. Edit. To the people wondering why she screamed that, it was because she and I were both virgins. I didn't know what to do other than what I had seen in porn. I just kind of went full steam ahead, and I guess she wasn't wet enough for the deed to be done. Edit 2. She screamed, "I want to kill myself." Because she was in pain since it was her first time having sex. Reverse cowgirl, going at it pretty hard. She suddenly stops and silently gets off me and lays down next to, but not touching me. Is everything okay? I ask. I don't think I love you. Well, duck. Update. My feet don't look weird, but even if they did, the bed sheets were covering my legs. My reaction was silence for a minute. Then I got up, put on my pants, said something like, "I don't know where that came from, but I think I should go," and left. Later that day she texted me apologizing and asking if we could talk. I begrudgingly met her at a park, and she apologized saying she freaked out because our relationship had been getting more serious. She asked if we could keep dating, and I agreed. No more weird crap like that for the rest of the relationship until she justifiably broke up with me because I was being a dickhead. Pretty out of character altogether. Macaroni, let me explain. I took my second boyfriend's virginity when he was 19. He grew up in a very conservative Catholic home, so to paint a picture, when he first started seeing me, he'd ask permission to hold my hand or kiss me. At first it was sorta sweet, but eventually I told him he didn't have to ask permission for stuff and to take risks. A couple weeks after we started having sex, he came to me about dirty talking. He wanted to try it, and I think it freaked him out a little. I was further advanced about sex, and he was trying to overcompensate. I said yes, happy to accommodate. It started as such. "Yeah, I'm going to put my penis up in your bag." As we are making out I stiffen a bit, but know it's his first time, so I start taking the lead, hoping he gets the hint of subtly involved, and he starts really getting into it. What I'm saying is tame but is driving him wild, so I'm sure he's figured it out. He starts to touch me and says mmm, it feels like a nice warm bowl of macaroni. I hope it's extra cheesy. Have you ever been so embarrassed that you just can't do anything but burst out laughing? Maybe it's just me, but I did that. Hard. I knew laughing was a horribly mean thing to do, but in that moment my body wouldn't stop, even though my mind was screaming for me to cease laughter forever. Instant awkward. He was embarrassed and I felt horribly embarrassed for him and myself, and I also felt equally horrible. I know I totally rocked his confidence and I want to publicly apologize to Brandon. Sorry, dude. 16-year-old me feels really awful to this day about laughing. Still incredibly hilarious though. Hope he improved or at least went on to better pasta metaphors. Edit, since people keep asking. I was almost 17, he had just turned 19. He had graduated that year, I was in junior year. Not a predator. Please stop worrying. As for people wanting to know more, I have too many stories to share about him. I now feel really bad about using his real name. Whoops. Sorry, Brandon. So the stunt. It was prom season, and he had graduated from a different high school and wanted to do some grand promposal. At the time, there was a really popular trend of filling the person's car with items that related to the theme. Ours was an under-the-sea theme. It was at a beautiful pier location, and I'm keeping this vague for identity reasons, so he decided to fill my car with beach balls, fake fish, etc. etc. He found my car, and mine has a keypad on the side, where you can get an extra key in case you lock yours in. Knows my code. Hey, I was a dumb almost 17-year-old. I now know that was a stupid thing to give out and starts punching it in. Except, fun fact. That's not my car. The student's car that it actually was stumbled across him attempting to break in with prom stuff, and she has no ducking clue who this person is. She panics and runs to get our safety officer. He come out and gets pretty damn close to calling police and arrest him for trespassing. But he gave them my name, they called me down, figured out the car mix-up, and he was sent on his way. Not before everyone knew. I thought it was funny and tried to make light. Hey, it can and is a great story, but he let the whole thing completely ruin him for months and almost blamed me for how it didn't work out. We broke up because he was very immature and was accusing me of cheating on him when I was sleeping after I had a major injury at school because I was in drug-induced sleep and didn't answer his phone calls. The end was messy, but I have a ton of funny stories about him. It was an interesting few months. Thanks for watching. What did you think of the story time? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more story times.